It's like a painting almost of Dublin in any time. You know, Autumn Day on Raglan Road is the same now as it was back when he wrote the song in the 40s and when it was being sung in the 70s. And it just has that kind of, it's a love letter to Dublin and it's a love letter to nature.
On the Raglan Road, on an autumn day, I met her first and knew. Not her daughter could weave a snare that I might one day rule.
I think it was probably in 1966. Luke was in the Bailey and there was a couple of poets and singers there, one of whom was Patrick Kavanagh. And Patrick recited a poem, a bit of a session going on, and Patrick recited a poem and then Luke sang a song. And then Patrick turned to Luke and he said, "Why don't you sing my song, Luke?" And Luke said, "What song is that?" He said, "On Raglan Road." And he said the instructions he got was, "The air is the dawning of the day, and you're the man to sing it." And that's how the song came about.
I gave her poems to say with her own name there and her own dad.
I think it was probably written as a poem rather than a song, but I'd imagine as soon as he had it written, he realised it was a perfect phrasing for the song. And he was the one that nominated the melody, The Dawning of the Day. So he was a natural songwriter as well as a poet.
Where all ghosts meet, I see her walking now.
It was a pledge of unrequited love from a man to a woman who happened to be my mother. And it was born out of a relationship which began in Bohemian Dublin in the early 1940s and culminated in Raglan Road, which was the poem and subsequently the song is the final piece of that puzzle.
On Grafton Street in November we tripped lightly along the ledge.
She attended UCD and she'd walk from her rooms in Raglan Road to UCD every day. And of course she was spotted by Kavanagh. That began a very, very close friendship.
The Queen of Hearts still.
I think there was a major romance on Kavanagh's side of the equation, but less so on my mother Hilda Moriarty's side.
Oh, I've loved too much, and by such is happiness thrown away.
I mean, it works as a folk song because it kind of encompasses everybody. I think everybody in the world knows a good love story and they know a good unrequited love story. And I think that's why it resonates even to this day.
In 1945, my mother went to a rugby match in Tralee in County Kerry and met my father. And that's when gradually the relationship kind of with Paddy, kind of the distance was, and Paddy took it very badly. And he wrote a series of poems, which are just generally known as the Hilda poems. And it culminated in the wonderful On Raglan Road.
And I said, let grief be a fallen leaf at the dawning of the day.
The lyrics and melody together, it's that beautiful, the form and the structure of it is so different from, say, a pop song, which would have a verse, pre, and chorus. You have almost this one form, this A form that just keeps repeating with these new lyrics on it. And there's something so haunting about those simple chords just kind of pedaling, and then this melody that's moving up and down. And I think that there's something so haunting in the melody, and the lyric tells this story that you almost feel without even fully knowing what it might be about. When you first listen to it, there's a feeling in the lyric of loss, of love, and everybody universally knows that feeling, and the melody tied with it just brings it to life.
On the deep ravine where can be seen the worth of...
It was a magical reaction. You could sense the atmosphere in the audience, that this was something very special. That's the way I felt about it, and that's the way I felt myself personally when I first heard it. This is an amazing love song, probably one of the best love songs ever written, I'd say.
Oh, I loved too much, and by such is happiness.